dreamers and make-believers. In today's video, I am doing my May TBR, which seems a little bit weird because it's already halfway through May, so I'm a little bit late with it, but still, let me tell you what I am going to read and what I am currently reading in the month of May. So, in keeping with the spirit of reading one book every 10 days or so, I have kept my reading list to 3 books. I'm still working on getting to 4 books, 1 book a week, but so far I've kept it to my 1 book every 10 days, and now I'm currently working on my 2nd book. So I am on track. Woohoo! But let's see how I go with the 3rd book, because the 3rd book I've chosen is pretty long, but I'm pretty sure I can get through the 3 books a month again, and then we'll see how I go for June. My gosh, the year is going so fast. Where the hell is the year going? So the first book I read this month is Battle of the Labyrinth, Percy Jackson at Last. Now you may remember I was supposed to read it last month, but then I ended up reading Everything instead because I really wanted to read Everything before the movie came out, which is coming out very soon. So I read that instead. So finally I started the month of May reading Percy Jackson and the Battle of the Labyrinth, which is the 4th in the 5-book series, and then of course there is all the other glorious books in the whole saga, the Olympians, and I think it's like the Roman gods, and I don't know what, but just, it's gonna be insane. So I will tell you what I think of that in my May wrap-up. The 2nd book that I'm going to read this month, and I'm currently in the process of reading, is 1,000 Pieces of You. I've actually had this book on my bookshelf for over a year, maybe even 2 years. But definitely over a year. And what intrigued me about 1,000 Pieces of You is that it kind of reminded me of my own book. Like the description itself was just that basically she goes through a portal, well, she uses a device that gets her into other dimensions, and for those of you that have read my saga, also know that like my character goes through portal into another dimension, and it's a whole different world, but a world that has similarities to our own. And what I really liked was that also in 1,000 Pieces of You, it's like there's other versions of ourselves in those other dimensions, which is also very similar to my book, only in 1,000 Pieces of You, you enter that other version of yourself, which is very cool. I really like this idea. You enter, so there's another version of you in another world, and when you go through into that dimension, you become that other person. Whereas in my own book, there is another version of you in that other world, and you meet them. So it's very interesting, and I just like the description, and it drew me in because that's the kind of stuff I'm interested in, obviously. So yes, I'm very glad that I picked it up, and so far so good. I will let you know what I think when I finish it. The 3rd and final book that I am going to read this month, unless I get supersonic reading abilities and read more, is one that is highly anticipated on my list, but I wanted to leave it because it's the longest one, and so I wanted to get through the shorter ones first, and then, you know, I can just take my time with this beautiful little baby. Let me show you. So this is King's Cage, the 3rd in the Red Queen series, and I'm so excited to read this one. So, as many of you probably know already, that I loved Red Queen. I was captivated by it, and I hunted Glass Sword, the 2nd one. I hunted it down in New York the minute it came out because I was in New York on holiday at the time, and I was just like, I have to find it. And I literally spent my entire day looking around New York trying to find this Kinokuniya, which is like in the back streets of who knows where, trying to find Glass Sword, and then I did, and it was really good, and I loved it, but I didn't love it as much as Red Queen. However, the ending did what an ending does, and hooks you to get you excited for the next book, which I am very excited. I mean, to be fair, I did totally love Glass Sword, but like Red Queen was my baby. Red Queen stole my heart, and now I'm just really excited for King's Cage to do that again, and it's so gloriously thick that I have so much to read, and I'm really excited. So I'm hoping to finish 1,000 Pieces of You fairly soon, and then I will dive into this baby, and I will let you know if it stole my heart or not. But I hope it does. I hope it does. And so those are the 3 books that I hope to read this month in the month of May. And I shouldn't say hope, I should say the 3 books that I will read. I will do this. I will do this. So those are the 3 books that I will read this month in the month of May, and then hopefully next month I'll tell you my TBR sooner so it makes a little bit more sense. So today's video was a pretty short one, and also just a little extra little thing added onto it, which I'm very excited to share with you all now, is the cover for Swept Away, Book 3 in the Water Rushes saga. I forgot the name of my own saga. And I'm so excited for you guys to get your hands on this book because the saga is getting really now, and I know that it's gonna have a twist that is gonna blow your mind, so I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you all. But for today, I will settle for sharing the cover with you. I think so far it is quite possibly my favorite cover in the series altogether. But yeah, here it is! And for those of you that haven't read any of my books, if you'd like to give it a try for free, you can actually get book 1 at Water's Edge for free by subscribing to my newsletter at www.smcphersonbooks.com and just clicking the Join My World tab. So I will link that below if you would like a free copy of the first book in my saga. Yes. Did I say that all correctly? Yeah, that is all for today. Until next time, I'll see you. Bye!